this person is really having a narcissistic behavior. I'm not feeding his ego anymore, and I'm not having any of it. Once you know what a narcissist are like, then you could save your time, yourself from potential emotional hurdles and also wasting your time to these individuals. So let's get on with it. What are the signs of spotting a narcissist? Number one, they are very much self-absorbed. So they care nothing or no one but themselves. Their emotional intelligence is pretty low. It's next to nothing. And also, when you see this type of personality or individual, you know that they're self-absorbed, because once you start talking about yourself, they always find a way to point the conversation back to themselves. So you can tell that they are very much self-absorbed. Number two is that they don't really care what you say, as long as whatever you say, it points to them by praising them or by talking about them or about the situation that they have done perfectly, and just fishing for praises. It's like an addiction to them. Now the next sign to watch out for is really they're very manipulative. They will do things that will benefit for them. Even though you think she has done this to me, he has done this to me, and it makes me feel special. Now you watch out for that intensity of your meetup with that person, because it's either they're doing that so that they are reeling you into their good grace, and once you're hooked, they will manipulate you. They will control you like a puppet. And the next one is, again, part of the manipulation is the gaslighting. Now, your reality seems to be upside down, and there will come to a point that you will question your reality. You will think, am I going mad? Because the fact they will make sure that you are being slowly stripped of your self-esteem, and they will literally belittle you to a point that it made you question, maybe it was my fault at the end of the day. Maybe I did it to trigger him. And that is another part of manipulation and control, the gaslighting. Next sign of a narcissist, no introspection. What that means is, just when you thought a person can actually change, but when you are dealing with a narcissist, it's highly unlikely, unless there is a massive Kensho moment of that person. So when I mean Kensho moments, like they are having a pain enlightenment in their life, then that may be the case. But from what I have seen and what I have researched, it's highly unlikely that they will have a self-reflection. When you thought that they're going to change, nope, it's highly unlikely. And if they do change, not because of you, but because something has to change in their life for them to survive. So be warned, when you are experiencing a push and pull, that's another trick of manipulation, and it's good to know ahead of time that these type of individuals, once you see them, they are pretty much less capable of self-reflection. And when you thought, oh, maybe he will actually reflect in it and maybe he will change one day and see the better side of things, it's absolutely not. So the next thing is, narcissist has a very, very low self-esteem, and that's the reason why they are controlling or manipulative, because that's how they feel great about themselves, by belittling other people, by controlling other people. And that's where they seem to get the addiction that actually you are a perfect subject for my next manipulation. Some of them are doing it consciously and some of them are doing it unconsciously. I don't know which one is the worst part, but either way, stay away from those type of people. Narcissists cannot handle rejection. Now, once you can sense that actually this person is really having a narcissistic behavior and I'm not having any of it, why would I waste my precious time? I've got better things to do than sticking my neck with this person. All for what? Now, once they notice that you are pulling away, then there is where the trouble comes in, and you need to be prepared of what is coming. There are times that they will badmouth you just so enough for you to hear it, and it's like you are the conversation of everyone. So be careful, because they are very manipulative and they can create a lot of stories, whether truth or not, especially if you become intimately connected to that person. Then be warned. So yes, they are not handling rejection very well, and once you are no use to them, if you are not feeding their ego anymore, you are nothing to them. Remember, you are only in their good graces because you are feeding their ego and it benefits them. There's always a hidden agenda on how I can make this person to feed my ego and make me look good on other people or to my peer group, and that's what a narcissist would do. The other thing, they cannot handle criticism. Remember, they're very self-absorbed. They like to be praised. It's like an addiction to them, and they are always right. Once you started to uncover what are the hidden stuff in the closet, then they would not be pleased that you will be mentioning it to them, and they will make sure that they will let you know how displeased they are of your criticism. Feedback is something not taken very lightly. Remember, they will ask for feedback only when it pleases them, but if it's the other way around, they cannot seem to handle it. Their emotional intelligence is very low. They couldn't even deal with constructive feedback. So be aware. I'm not saying that even so that you need to provide feedback to this person. Go ahead, but just be warned that it will not go very well. If you can avoid spending time with that person or just detach and not to rise to the occasion, then just avoid it or detach yourself. So those are the signs of a narcissist, and it's very, very crucial for you to see those red flags at the beginning of your, I don't know whether it's a friendship, a colleague at work, and also how are you going to circumnavigate those kind of people, or if you are dating those type of people, it's really crucial for you to identify those behaviors at the very beginning to avoid any sorrows or pain, and also a waste of your precious time. So those are the signs, and I hope you find them very, very helpful. Until next time, you take care. Go now with love, peace, and light.